I hope you can hear me. Oh my goodness, it's never a dull moment whenever I'm trying to go live on this platform. So welcome everyone. I'm going to put in the chat what we need today. We need 2 blocks for practice today. And anything else that you might typically need to make yourself comfortable with your practice, give me a thumbs up or a little note in the chat if you can hear me. Yay, someone can hear me. Awesome. Hey, Lee. I've been trying to get live for like 6 minutes, and I, of course, like had a moment of sheer panic. Okay, awesome. Hi, Lee. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Stephanie. Thanks for letting me know what it was at least looking like on your end, Stephanie, while I was trying to get on. I'm glad you're able to at least see my text. All right, just make sure I'm all set up here. Hello, everyone. Cool. Make sure you have a couple blocks for practice today and anything else that you typically use to make yourself comfortable and supported during your practice. Go ahead and start my other recording over here. Make sure it's all set up and started. Last time I went live, I forgot to start that other recording. That was not fun. I had to re-record the class. Hi, Danielle. Hi, everyone. All right. Well, in the interest of time, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to make my way over to the mat. As a reminder, on this the live platform, I cannot see you and I cannot hear you. I wish I could. Hopefully our technology works the entire time we're practicing together today. So because I'm also simultaneously recording for it to live permanently on the site, I'm just going to give my typical spiel for the more permanent recording. We made it. Welcome to Yoga Medicine Online. My name is Valerie Nopik. For today's practice, it would be helpful if you had a couple of blocks and anything that you need to help you feel supported in your typical vinyasa, kind of hatha vinyasa flow practice. Today's practice is all kind of themed around this intention of finding some playfulness on our mat. Moving around the mat in potentially some interesting and unique transitions, but really with this intention of finding playfulness and also optimizing our neuroplasticity. So neuroplasticity is this wonderful ability of our brain to be able to rewire itself and to adapt. Researchers used to believe that the brain was kind of fully formed at a certain point in our development, and we couldn't really change anything after a certain point. But now we know through the work of some really wonderful scientists that our brain has this wonderful innate ability to rewire itself. And one of the ways in which we can practice that aspect of optimizing our neuroplasticity is to move, exercise, mindfulness, and also to practice new things. So this practice is really geared around that intention. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll start with just a little bit of mindfulness. So I invite you to find a seated position that suits you. I'm going to sit up on a block here. So find that comfortable seat. And if you're more comfortable laying down, please go ahead and do that. Just find a place where you can be still, fidget free for a moment or two, and find a sense of introspection. If you're comfortable letting the eyes close, let them close. If that makes you uncomfortable in any way, just allow there to be a softness around the eyes, softness around the face. Start to cultivate an awareness of your breathing today. So noticing the movement of the body as you take the breath in. And as you let the breath go. Knowing that this breath is an anchor for us as we're moving through today's practice. If there are challenges or any transitions that feel strange or unfamiliar, always come back to that breath. Let that be a bit of an anchor for the unfamiliar. And the invitation today is to just find a sense of playfulness, of willingness, of being open to new experiences, knowing that you can choose to opt out of doing any of the movements I might suggest and visualize the entire thing. It can be just as powerful. I read something recently. It was written by a psychiatrist, neuropsychologist who was one of the first to coin the term neuroplasticity. His name is Norman Doidge. And he said that the brain is far more open than we ever imagined. And nature has gone very far to help us perceive and take in the world around us. Nature has given us a brain that survives in a changing world by changing itself. And I invite that to be your guide today. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let the eyes begin to flicker open. And if you aren't already, come into a cross-legged position. And let's just start with our right shin in front. Doesn't need to be perfectly aligned, just let it be comfortable. And then from here, we're going to take our left arm, just take it out to the side, turn your palm out as if you're creating a stop sign. And then turn the fingers kind of towards the front of your space or the same way that you're facing. And we're going to begin to slide the hand underneath our sitting bone on that left side. So you're going to slide it in so that the fingers are kind of pointed towards your right knee. Doesn't need to be perfect, but just slide it in there and allow the pressure of that left hip to just kind of gently rest on the top of that left hand. The arm may or may not straighten, doesn't matter to me, but then just allow the right ear to drop down towards the right shoulder. So for me, where I feel this is this gentle release through the tissues on the left side of the neck, but I also feel this in my left forearm, in my you know, other part of my life, my day job, I guess, if you will. I work a lot at a computer, far more than I would like to admit. So for me, this feels really nice, just a nice release for the parts of our arms and hands and wrists that don't get a whole lot of love. Take one more breath there. And then use the right hand right up against the right side of the skull to gently lift the head back up to a neutral position. And just release that left hand out from underneath the left sitting bone. Maybe take a few wrist circles there. We will do a little bit more to open up through the wrists here in a moment. And then let's switch the cross of our legs. So take your left shin in front or whatever leg you started with, just take the other side. Take your right arm out to the side, make that stop sign. We're going to turn our fingertips towards the front of your space, so whatever direction you're facing. And we're going to keep that as best I can, keep internally rotating and trying to slide that right palm to the palm will be on the floor. The top of the hand will be underneath your right sitting bone or your right hip, whatever you can comfortably maneuver in there. Right fingertips are pointed generally towards your left knee. Doesn't need to be perfect. Sit up nice and tall there. Notice if there's any awkwardness on this side. For me, there definitely is because I tend to always sit with one leg in front. And then take your left ear towards your left shoulder. Feel that Sweet release through the right side of the neck and maybe into your right forearm or wrist. Again, bringing that awareness back to your breath, this constant anchor, this foundation to our practice. Even if we're moving around in just kind of non-linear or non-traditional ways, that we can always come back to that breath. One more breath in and one more breath out. Awesome. Left hand to the left side of the head, gently assist the head back up to neutral and release that right arm out. Give your right wrist a few rolls. Great. Let's come on to hands and knees here. We'll do a little bit more wrist work. Have your blocks within reach. We are going to use them in a moment. And just come into a tabletop position. So wrists are going to be underneath your shoulders, knees are going to be underneath your hips. Let's just take one cat-cow in this more traditional setup. So as you inhale, draw the chest through. And as you exhale, round the spine, press the floor away. Great. Inhale, come back to neutral. This time, let's turn our fingertips so that they are pointed more towards our knees. Yours might not point directly towards your knees, but just turn them in such a way that it's as much of the opposite direction as possible from the position we were just in. Really press through the heels of the hands, press down through the knuckles. Let's take one cat-cow here as well. So inhale, draw the chest forward. And exhale, round the spine, really press into the heels of the hands. Feel that stretch through the inside of the forearm there. And then inhale, come back to a neutral spine. Now I'm going to turn to face you. You can stay where you are. I'm going to lean my hips slightly back towards my heels. I'm going to tuck my toes just for a little bit more support there, but you choose. So that the weight is going to come a little bit more out of our hands. I'm going to ask you to turn your fingertips towards each other and your palms face up. So most of the weight here is back in my legs here. There's a little bit of weight through the backs of my hands. And there's going to be a tendency for some of us to really want to bend the elbows here. So see if you can practice straightening the arms as best you can. Spread through the hand there. Take a breath in. And on your exhale, let's try to make a fist while keeping the elbows straight. It's awkward and weird. Just go with it. Let's do a few more. Inhale, make or expand through the hands, stretch through the fingers. Exhale, make that awkward fist. And see if it gets a little bit easier or more familiar every time. Let's do two more. Inhale, stretch through the hand. Exhale, make that awkward fist. Keep the elbows straight. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Awesome. We're going to come back to that throughout the practice. Just sit back on your heels, maybe take a few wrist rolls there, just noticing how the hands feel, how the wrists feels, how the forearms feel. We're going to come back into a tabletop position, but this time we're going to use our blocks. Let's put one block underneath our right hand and one block underneath our left knee. So one hand's going to be on the floor, one hand's going to be on the block. My left knee is on the block and my right knee is on the floor. So you're in this asymmetrical tabletop-like position. Now there's going to be a few things that you can do here with this left knee for more or less support. If you want more support, slide the knee all the way up to the end of your block so that there's more shin, the lower leg supported by the block, and you can tuck your toes back there on that left foot for more support. If you want more challenge, i.e. less support, slide the knee back to the center of the block and lift those left toes so that you're really relying not on your foot and more on other stabilizing muscles to get you there. And maybe try a few with both. We're going to start to press into that right hand, press into your left knee here. First things first, just extend the right leg back. So the left fingertips are still on the floor. There's still this semblance of balance here. And just test the waters here. Notice what's going on in the left side. If you need to put the left toes on the floor or adjust yourself on that left block, do it. Cinch in around the waist. If you had flashlights on your two frontal hip bones, they would both be shining on the floor here. And then maybe the left arm reaches forward. Take a breath in here, and on the exhale, take elbow to knee underneath the torso. Embrace the wobbling. Let's do two more. Inhale, lengthen and extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Once more. Inhale and exhale. Now inhale, lengthen and extend. Get your bearings here because we're going to switch up the movement of the left arm and the right leg. Take an inhale in this lengthened position. On your exhale, take your left elbow out to the side like a little cactus arm, and take your right knee, bend it, and take it out to the side like a dog at a fire hydrant. And then inhale, bring everything back to center. Two more. Exhale, left elbow out to the side, right knee out to the side. Whew. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, left knee out, right knee out. Inhale, come back to center. Are you smiling yet? Exhale, everything down to the floor. Remove the blocks. Maybe sit back on your heels. Maybe take some wrist circles there. Right wrist might feel very different than the left wrist. Obviously, we had the weight in our right hand. Just give yourself some love there before we do the other side. It's just warming up our core here in this asymmetrical tabletop cat-cow, bird dog-like position. So setting up for the other side, left hand will be on the block, right knee and or shin will be on the block. Decide what you want to do with your right toes. Remember, they can support you or not. Tense the right fingers so you still have that support to start. Cinch in around the waist and begin to reach your left leg straight back. You might stay here, or maybe the right arm reaches forward. Embrace all the wobbling. Your brain is figuring this out. Your body is figuring it out. Take a breath in here. Exhale, elbow to knee. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Find a quality of playfulness here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, come back to that lengthened position. And here's the even more awkward one. Exhale, right elbow bends out to the side, left knee bends out to the side. Inhale, back to that lengthened position. Two more. Exhale, right knee out, or right elbow out, left knee out. Inhale back. One last time. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, everything lowers down. Set the blocks up to the top of your mat. Sit back on your heels. Give your wrists a little bit of love. I also like this little bird wing where you take the back of the hand up to the upper ribs and just get the love through the top of the wrist there. Take one more breath. Now we're going to do that bird dog type position, but with everything on the floor. And just notice the difference that the blocks makes as we come into this. We're going to start to build just a little bit of a series here. Expect the unexpected here. Just expect the unexpected. So from here, begin to reach your right leg back behind you and reach your left arm forward. One time, take an inhale, exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen and extend. One time about other way, exhale, left elbow out to the side, right knee out to the side. Inhale, lengthen and extend. On your exhale, lower down your right knee. We're going to step our left foot back, keep the toes on the floor. You're going to turn open into a supported Vastisthasana. So the right hand's on the ground, right knee is on the ground, left foot is on the ground. Now look down at your left foot, see if you can get that left foot fairly parallel to the bottom edge of the mat. Begin to lift up onto your right fingertips, use your core there. And inhale, rise all the way up into this gate-like position. Exhale, side bend over to the left. Inhale, come back around, right hand lowers down, left leg lifts. On your exhale, we're going to bend the left knee, reach back with your left hand. It may or may not connect. Embrace the wobbles here. If you do connect, press the foot into the hand, let the left side of the chest open. From here, extend that left leg back out. Lower the left foot down. Press into your left foot, press into your right hand, lift your right knee and grab onto your right shin. Whew. Take a breath in and a breath out. And then exhale, lower down the knee first, and then just sit down. You're in kind of like a loose Janushirasana. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, take a side bend over to the left. Inhale, come back up. Let the left or right hand come behind you, and then lift the hips, finding just this little kind of supported wild thing like shape. Lower yourself down. We're going to turn to face the back of the mat. So you're turning to your left. Cross your right ankle over your left. You might need to kind of adjust yourself so you're more in the center of your mat. Bend your knees, your shins are crossed. Get your feet to the floor. Get your hands in front of your shins somehow, some way, and then we're back in tabletop position, but we're just facing the other direction. Breath in. Breath out. Same thing on the second side. So as you're ready, extend your left leg back and your right arm forward. Take an inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen and extend. Exhale, right elbow out to the side, left knee out to the side. Inhale, lengthen and extend. On your exhale, lower everything down to the floor. Step your right foot back, keep the toes on the floor. We're going to open to the right, so the left hand's going to stay on the ground, and find your supported knee down Vashisthasana-like position. Begin to lift up onto the pads of your left fingers. You need to use your core there, and eventually rise all the way up. Take a breath in. Exhale, side stretch over to the right. Inhale, come back up and let your left hand find the floor. On your exhale, lift your right leg, let it hover, and then bend the right knee, reach back with your right hand, may or may not connect. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, extend that right leg back, lower the right foot down, plant that foot, press into the right foot and your left hand, and begin to use your core to lift the left knee up towards your chest. Right hand can grab on to that left shin. Breath in, breath out. Lower down the knee first if you like, and then just come to sit. Doesn't need to be elegant. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, side bend over to the right. Inhale, come back up. Left hand comes behind you. Exhale, lift the hips if that's right for you. Inhale, lower yourself back down. Exhale, turn to the right, cross left ankle over the right. Adjust yourself, take a breath in. On your exhale, hug the knees in, and then get the hands over to the other side of your legs and step back into tabletop, or this time, perhaps downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up and back. On the exhale, take right knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen and extend. On the exhale, just take your right knee and take it out to the side like a dog at a fire hydrant. Both hands are on the floor. Inhale, straighten that right leg back up, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, lower down the entire right shin here, and then open up to the left into that supported Vashisthasana. On your inhale, lift the torso. Exhale, side bend over the left. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, lower that hand down and lift your left leg. Take a breath in. Exhale, maybe you take that bind. Breath in, breath out. Release. Inhale, extend back, plant the left foot this time, and before we do that crazy lift of the right knee, just practice this move. Take a breath in, and then on the exhale, bend your left knee and sit your right sitting bone down towards your right heel. It doesn't need to be perfect. Just find some loose semblance of this movement. Inhale, come back into that supported Vashisthasana. Exhale, do the same thing. Bend the left knee and just take that kind of, it's almost like a catcher's squat in baseball. Inhale. One more time, just to get the feel for it. Exhale. It's awkward. It's weird. Just embrace it. Inhale, back to that Vashisthasana. Exhale, press down and lift your right knee. Hold it. This time, release it. Maybe extend the right leg out into something that looks kind of like fallen triangle, and then lower down the seat. You're in a loose upavishta. Take a breath in, and on the exhale, take a side bend over the left leg. Inhale, come back up. Right hand can come behind you, and either just sweep the left arm up and over, or if it's right for you, lift your hips by pressing down into both feet. Exhale, lower down. Returning to the back of the mat, cross your right leg over your left. Readjust your seat if you need to. Come back into like this little boat-like pose. Hug the knees in, keep the shins crossed. And then we're just gonna roll over those legs and find downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen, extend. Exhale, left knee out to the side like a dog at a fire hydrant. Inhale back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, lower down that entire left shin, turn to your right and come into that supported Vastisthana. Rise all the way up on an inhale. Exhale, side bend over to the right. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, lower the left hand down and let the right leg float. Bend the right knee in the air, maybe grab onto that foot or ankle, your call. Doesn't matter if you don't connect. Inhale, lengthen and extend. On the exhale, lower down that right foot. Here's that weird kind of squatty movement. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend your right knee. Let your left sitting bone come down towards your left heel. Inhale back into that supported side plank. Exhale, bend the right knee. Nice. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale back into that supported side plank. Press down into your left hand and your right foot. Draw the left shin towards you. Right hand can hold on. Now, optional, maybe extend that left foot out like a fallen triangle. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower the seat down. You could still be in Janu Sirsasana here as well if you kept the knee bent. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, side bend over to the right. Inhale, come back up. Left hand comes behind you. And on your exhale, reach the right arm up and back. Maybe the hips lift. Lower yourself down. Turn to your right. You're going to scoot that left leg to cross over the right. Readjust the seat. Draw the knees in towards your chest. Cross your shins. And then roll over your feet. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Breath in. Come back to this familiar shape. And breath out. From here, inhale, lift up high on your tippy toes. And on your exhale, bend your knees and either step or hop forward, feet to hands. Inhale here. Exhale and fold. Now grab onto your blocks. They can be at any of the heights. Put them kind of loosely on either side of your feet. Bend your knees enough so that you can get the backs of the hands to the floor there, or to the top of the block. Sorry about that. Elbows are going to be as straight as possible. We did this move from our hands and knees earlier. Take an inhale and spread through the hand bones. And on the exhale, try to make a fist there. Notice if you're bending your elbows. 2 more. Inhale, spread the hand. Exhale, make a fist. Hopefully it feels a little bit more familiar every time. Inhale, extend. Exhale, make an awkward fist. Just breathe here for 5. Elbows straight for 4. 3, 2, and 1. Extend through the hands. We'll just set the blocks back up to the top of the mat. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, forward fold. Let there be a bend to the knees if it's needed for your structure. Take a breath in and a breath out. Anchoring into this familiarity, but also still being open to being playful, to being creative, knowing that our brains have this innate ability to retrain themselves. And even though you might have no idea what's to come next, rather to be this sense of openness to the experience, sense of playfulness, maybe a smile of anticipation, excited, positive anticipation. Breath in, breath out. On your next inhale, root down, rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, so there's going to be some elements of what we just did in our next flow that we're going to build. So there'll be some familiarity, but some newness as well. On your inhale, rise your arms high. On your exhale, take the left hand to the nape of the neck and grab your left elbow with your right hand. Inhale, lift and lengthen out of the waist. Exhale, take a side bend over to the right. Inhale, come up through center, and then just switch your sides. Exhale, side bend to the left. You're holding onto your right elbow. Inhale, come up through center, and on the exhale, take a goalpost position. Take a little upper back bend if that suits. Inhale, rise the arms. And then exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees as much as you like. Inhale to a halfway lift. And then on the exhale, just step back to plank pose. You can also go straight to down dog, vinyasa. Take a breath in here. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga, taking it. Inhale to cobra or up dog if you like. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale your right leg high. On your exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to right tricep. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee over to left tricep. And then either just lower down the right shin like we had before, or shoot that right leg underneath your left arm and find fallen triangle. Take a breath in and a breath out. Doesn't need to be elegant. Lower down the seat. You're in Upavishta, or if the knee was bent, maybe it's Janu Shirshasana. Either one suits. Take a breath in here in the center this time. Exhale, forward fold to the center, whatever you got. Breath in, breath out. Walk the hands back towards you. Re-support yourself. Right hand's going to go behind you. Lift the left arm high and then lift your hips. So if you're on your right knee, lift the hips. Doesn't matter to me. You're either with both legs straight or one knee bent. Now, look at your right hand. We're revisiting that awkward position of bending your right knee to your chest. Grab onto your right shin. From here, lower down your right foot. It's awkward. It's going to be weird. Bend into your left knee, like a little, kind of like a crab squat. My right hand's still on the floor. And I'm going to step my left leg towards the front and over and around and turn to face the back of the room or the back of your mat. Inhale, lift up halfway, exhale and fold. So you should be standing facing the back of your mat. Bend your knees, Utkatasana. We'll get a few opportunities to practice this. Exhale, forward fold. Now listen up here, find playfulness. You're gonna lean your weight into your hands. It doesn't need to be a lot. Come up onto your tippy toes. And then just find enough buoyancy to lift up enough to cross a little hop, left foot in front of right. And you can even just step the left foot across in front of your right. So now I'm standing in a loose forward fold with my legs crossed. And then I'm just going to turn to my right and unravel myself, and I'm back facing the top of my mat in a comfortable and familiar place. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale and forward fold. Inhale, arms rise, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Here we are back again. Inhale, rise your arms high. We're just going to do the same thing on the other side. Exhale, right hand to the nape of the neck, left hand grabs onto the right elbow, take a side stretch. Inhale through center, switch your arms. Exhale, side bend to your right. Inhale, come up. Exhale, goalpost the arms, lift through the chest. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank, or you can go straight to down dog. If you want the vinyasa, lower down chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale, back down dog. Breath in, breath out. Now you know it's coming loosely, but it's going to be on the other side. It might feel completely different. Let's do it together with a smile on our face, openness in our mind. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to left tricep. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to right tricep. Either lower down the left knee or shoot the left leg all the way through to fallen triangle. So remember that left knee can be down for a more supportive variation. Reach your right arm high. Take an inhale here, and on your exhale, lower your seat. You're in that wide straddle, or maybe Janu Sirsasana with the left leg bent. Take an inhale in the center. Exhale, forward fold in the center. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, lift yourself back up. Left hand's going to come behind you, and then lift the hips. Use all that core strength. Press down through your back right foot. Bend your left knee into your chest. Hold on to that left shin. Here's that awkward piece. Lower down the left foot. And you could also be on the left knee, just like we were at the beginning of class or a little bit ago. Take a breath in here, and on your exhale, bend your right knee into a weird crab squat. And then from here, we're going to step into our left foot, cross the right leg all the way around. So you're stepping the right leg to the top of the mat as best you can. Your legs are going to be loosely crossed so you can turn around and face the back of your mat. Are you having fun yet? Inhale, lift halfway, exhale and fold. And if you find yourself facing a weird direction, just embrace it. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale and forward fold. Here's where we need to find a little playfulness again. Hands to the mat, lean the weight into the hands just enough that you can somehow, whether it's a hop or a step, cross your right ankle in front of the left, and then turn to your left and unwind yourself like a little corkscrew, and you're back facing the top of your mat again. Place of familiarity. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Grab those two blocks, put them on either side of your feet again. Bend the knees enough that you can squat down. Put the backs of the hands on the blocks. Spread through the hand bones. Take an inhale. Pull the chest forward. Elbows are straight. Exhale. Make a fist. Inhale. Lengthen the hand. Exhale. Make a fist. Are your elbows straight? One more. Inhale. Expand through the hand. Exhale. Make that fist. Pause here for 5. Sit the hips back for 4. Smiling faces for 3. Open minds for 2. And 1. Lift the hips, release the hands, slide the blocks back to the top of the mat or off the mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, arms rise, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Now we're going to start each side with that same sequence, but we're going to add on a whole nother piece afterwards. So just open to the experience, but we'll get a chance to practice all of that awkward twisting and turning around here one more time. Inhale, rise your arms high. Exhale, left elbow bends, right hand grabs left elbow, and take a side bend over to your right. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, over to the other side. Switch the elbow clasp. Inhale through center. Exhale, goalpost the arms. A little upper back bend. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step back to plank or go straight to down dog, your call. Take a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga if you're with me. Inhale to cobra or up dog. And exhale, back down dog. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. This part should be familiar. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right knee to right tricep. Inhale, extend. Exhale, right knee to left tricep. Shoot it through or find your variation, fallen triangle. Take a breath in there. Exhale, lower your seat. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Moving a little bit more efficiently. Inhale, come back up. Right hand comes behind. Exhale, lift through the hips. Bend the right knee into your chest. Hold on to that chin. And then lower down the right foot. Remember, you can also put the knee on the floor. From here, take an inhale. Exhale, bend your left knee. Step into your right foot. Step the left foot all the way around. Turn to the back of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Bend the knees. Utkatasana. Have fun. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to the floor. Put a little bit of weight into the hands, either step or hop. Left foot crosses in front of right. Turn to your right, uncoil yourself like a little corkscrew, and you're back facing the top of the mat. We're gonna add on here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Now inhale, rise all the way up to stand here. On your exhale, grab opposite hand and opposite elbow up over your head. So you're framing your face with your arms. Notice which forearm is in front. So we're going to switch in a moment. So inhale, lift and lengthen through the sides of the waist. Exhale, take a side bend to the right. And here we're going to pause. Now you stay where you are, but I'm going to turn to face you so you can see what I'm cueing here. Think about really expanding through the left side of the ribs there, left armpit, and then playfully, keyword, left foot is your anchor. Think about lifting your right foot out to the side. Now, sometimes we get so rigid about this and we're like, okay, I've got it. I'm stuck in space and this is awesome, but I want you to move that right leg around. I want you to find some playfulness. And if you have to put your foot down, if you fall out, who cares? Just find a little bit of playfulness and weird movement there. Let it be weird. Let it be playful. Let it be creative. Who cares? Take one more breath. And then slowly lower the right foot down. Come back up through center. Switch the clasp with your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, side bend over to the left. Think about spinning the right armpit up towards the ceiling. Anchor down through your right foot. Let the left leg lift out to the side. Find it. Move it. Wriggle it around. Let it be weird. Let it test your boundaries. Let it retrain your brain and your body and your tissues. One more breath there. Take an inhale and then exhale. Bring everything back to center. Inhale, release the arms, rise them up high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift here. And on your exhale, we're going to step our left foot back and find crescent lunge. Rise the arms high on your inhale. And just pause. Let there be this sense of familiarity here. Now, you can totally put your hands down here for this transition if it's not right for your knee or anything else. We're going to take an inhale here, and on your exhale, we're just going to lower this left knee all the way down to the ground. So if you need to put your hands down or on any kind of support to get there, go for it. Take a breath in here, and on your exhale, take a side bend over to the right. Inhale, come back up. On your exhale, find a twist. It can be an upright twist of reaching the right arm back and the left arm forward, or maybe the left elbow over to your right thigh. Familiar space. Now on your next inhale, we're going to turn to our left, press into both of your feet to lift that left knee back up, and we're going to open up into horse stance. Let the fingertips graze the back of the head. Elbows are going to be wide. Make sure your knees are tracking over your toes. Take an inhale here, and on your exhale, take your right elbow over towards your right thigh. Straighten your left leg. Inhale, come back through center, both knees bend. Exhale, left elbow towards your left thigh, right leg straightens. Press into that right foot. Inhale through center. Exhale again over to the right. Straighten the left leg if it's right for you. Inhale through center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale through center, pause. Maybe lift both of your heels. Wobble. Just embrace it. Breathe. Playfulness. Smiling faces. Open mind. On your next inhale, plant the heels. Reach all the way up, 5-pointed star. Turn your toes in. Exhale, forward fold. Take an arm position of your liking. Inhale, lift up halfway. Now on your exhale, we're gonna walk our hands around to the top of the mat. Transition into like a runner's lunge here. You might want your blocks here, you might not. Take a breath in, and on your exhale, standing split, top of the mat. So the left leg is lifted, right leg is your anchor. If you always practice standing split the same exact way, change it up. Maybe take one hand to your ankle. If you always do that, maybe take both hands to your heart. Embrace the wobbling. Let your body and your mind create some new neural pathways here. Take one more breath in. Exhale, lower the left foot down to meet the right. Forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale and fold. Oh, we've got the same whole thing on the other side. Who's excited? Inhale, rise your arms high. Exhale, hands to heart. Here we go. We can do this. Inhale, rise your arms high. Right hand finds the nape of the neck. Exhale, take a side bend over to the left. Left hand has your right elbow. Inhale, come back up through center, switch your elbows. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, come up. Exhale, little goalpost, upper back bend if it's right for you. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank or down dog if you're going to skip the vinyasa. On plank if you're with me. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to right tricep. Find your variation of fallen triangle. Right arm rises. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower the seat. Inhale, rise arms in the center. Exhale, forward fold. Straight out in front of you. Inhale, come back up. Left hand behind. And then lift the hips. Here's that awkward thing. Draw the left knee into your chest. Grab onto your left shin for a minute because you can. Lower down the left foot. It's totally weird. Bend into your right knee. You can shift your right foot if you need be. If you're just using this as like a springboard to now step your right foot over the left, kind of crawl around like a little bug there to turn to face the back of your space. Inhale halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, Utkatasana. We got this. Exhale and fold. Hands to the mat. Be willing to put a little bit of weight into the hands and either step or hop the right ankle in front of the left. And then turn to the left. Untwist yourself. You're back at the top of the mat. Inhale halfway. Exhale and fold. Here's where we added on that extra little piece. Inhale, rise the arms all the way up. And on your exhale, take opposite hand to opposite elbow up overhead. Just notice which forearm is in front. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, side bend to the left. Your right foot is your anchor. Lift your left leg out to the side. Let it be weird. Let it be playful. Move that left leg around. Swing it back and forth. Make circles. You're still leaning your upper body over to the left to the best of your ability. You're letting it be playful. Might be easier this time. Might feel more familiar this time. Take an inhale there. Exhale, lower the left foot down. Lift the torso back up. Switch the cross of your arms. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, side bend to your right. Left foot is your anchor. Let the right leg lift out to the right. And then let it be weird. Playful, creative. Creating new little pathways, neural pathways of how our body can maintain our balance in this completely precarious and weird space. Like playfully precarious. Take one more breath in there. Exhale, lower the right foot down to meet the left. Inhale, lift and lengthen through the arms. Exhale, forward fold. From a place of weirdness comes a place of familiarity. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back, find crescent lunge. Come back to your breath. Remember to support yourself as you need here. Take a breath in. On your exhale, we're going to slowly elevate that right knee to the mat. Just a different way into a kneeling lunge. Take an inhale here, and on your exhale, take a side bend over to the left. Whatever arm variation you like. Inhale, come up through center, and then on the exhale, take a twist, either upright or more compact. Now, on your next inhale, we're going to press down into both feet. We're going to open up to our right and open up into horse stance. So just do your best to kind of open up smoothly. Hands find the back of the head, elbows are wide. Take an inhale. Exhale, left elbow towards left thigh. Press into your right foot and straighten your right leg. Inhale through center. Exhale over to the right. Left leg straightens. Inhale through center. Left to left. Right leg straightens. Inhale to center. Exhale, right to right. Left leg straightens. Inhale through center. Maybe lift both heels. Maybe lift both arms. Embrace the wobbling. Embrace that uncertainty. Let it be playful. Let there be this positive kind of expectation of what the possibilities are. On your next breath in, anchor through the heels, straighten the legs, straighten the arms up if they aren't already. Turn your toes in, take a breath in there, and then exhale, take a forward fold. Take an arm position that feels useful at this point of your practice. If you have your hands clasped behind you, just let them come down towards the floor. Inhale, lift up halfway, and on the exhale, we're going to turn to the left, kind of crawl our way back around there. Bend into your left knee. Might want your hands on blocks here. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, standing splits. Remembering that if you always take standing split the same exact way, just explore other possibilities here. If you find a little wobbling or falling out, just come right back in. Notice the difference between sides. Look at your left foot and ankle and see how hard they're working to stabilize yourself. And then think of your brain as doing the same exact thing, working really hard to figure this out. Burn neural pathways that can sustain us. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower the right foot down to meet the left. You're in a forward fold at the top of the mat. We made it. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Let's heel toe our feet out as wide as our mat here. Heels in, toes out. Bend the knees. Your blocks are there if you need them. And just take Malasana. Come back to your breathing. Come back to this pose that is really grounding for most of us. Feel your feet firmly on the floor. We're very close to the ground. If you'd like to just come to sit, that's where we're going next. If that would be more comfortable and grounding, take it. We'll be in Malasana for just a few more breaths. If you're with me in Malasana, think about lifting and lengthening through the chest, up towards the ceiling, lengthening through the crown of the head for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Does not need to be fancy or elegant. Just allow yourself to sit down. And take a moment to just pause here. Let the eyes be soft or closed, whatever you're most comfortable with. Coming back to your breathing. Maybe you feel a little bit of sweat on your skin, or maybe you can notice the beating of your heart. These constant things that are with us at all times, our heartbeat, our breath, even when we're finding playful transitions and twisting and turning our way around the mat. Notice your internal reaction to moving in potentially a different way. Maybe stepping out of your comfort zone slightly. Take one more breath in and one more breath out. Let's just stay in this seated cross-legged position or whatever position you like to be in. On your inhale, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, take the right hand over towards your left knee. Turn to face you all. Just take a nice simple twist here, lifting and lengthening through the crown of the head on the inhale. Exhale, just a gentle twist, something familiar, something simple. Keep hold of that right leg, or I'm sorry, that left leg with your right hand. Having some trouble with my right and left today. On your inhale, reach the left arm up and over and just take a nice, simple side stretch, but use that anchor of your right hand on the left knee just for a little bit of leverage. On your next inhale, lift up. We're going to keep our right hand where it is, cross the left arm over the right there. And then either give yourself a hug, or maybe you take a full eagle bind, or maybe just bring the backs of the hands towards each other. Just get a little stretch in between the shoulder blades there. Inhale, lift through the elbows. And on the exhale, take a forward fold, whatever that is. And if you'd rather unravel the arms to come into that forward fold, do it. Again, just finding a place of simplicity, a simple forward fold, space in between the shoulder blades. Let the chin tuck in towards your chest. And then as you're ready, unravel the arms. Inhale, rise the arms high. Switch the cross of your legs, maybe supported or unsupported. And then on the exhale, take the twist to the other side. So left hand over towards your right knee. Nice, simple, seated twist. Feel that sense of support from the earth, that sense of grounding. Keep your left hand where it is. Inhale your right arm up and over, taking a side stretch. Think about turning the chest up towards the ceiling, almost like it's a little like side stretch, but it's kind of like this back bend for the side body, I guess. At least that's how I think of it. Now that I said it out loud, it kind of, I'm not sure it makes sense. But just keep spinning your chest up towards the ceiling is what I'm trying to convey there. Take an inhale and an exhale. Inhale, come up, keep your left hand where it is, cross the right arm over the left. Either give yourself a hug or take any bind that you find useful. Inhale, lift through the elbows. Exhale, forward fold. You can unravel the arms in that forward fold if that would be more useful and kind to your body. Breathe into the space behind the back of the heart. And as you're ready, unravel the arms. Inhale, rise the arms high. Exhale, hands to heart. From here, I invite you to come all the way down onto your backs. If there's any final shape that you feel that you need, maybe a deeper twist or taking the legs up or whatever you might need before you settle into Shavasana, take it. And in this online space, you can stay in your Shavasana as long as your schedule comfortably allows. Linger here for a few minutes. And then if you're choosing to stay, you can just completely ignore everything else that I say. And no matter how long you're staying, whether you're with me or on your own, as you settle back into this shape of final rest, of integration, coming back to the constants, the anchors of our breath and our heartbeat, acknowledging our ability to be playful, even in this very kind of familiar, safe four corners of our mat. In this practice where so much is familiar and we come to get ourselves anchored, that we can still find this space for creativity, to allow the brain to adapt in a way that it is made to do. And that ability to adapt creates a sense of resiliency within us. If you're with me, just begin to bring some very gentle awareness to your fingers and your toes. Keeping the back of the skull anchored on the ground. Just let the head roll gently from side to side. Feel that sense of support. Place your left hand on your heart, right hand just below the rib cage, right above navel center. And as you tap into these anchors that sustain us, our breath and our heartbeat, maybe find the gentlest of smiles on your face, letting the right side of the mouth curl up and the left side. Just finding the sense of creativity and playfulness and the joy that comes with that ability to play and be open. Hug the knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a moment of gratitude for making the time to step onto your mat, to practice, to create space, to be open in mind and body. And roll off to side and gently press your way up to sit, maintaining that gentle smile on your face, tapping into how just creating that gentle smile on your face might create a sense of warmth and openness and playfulness in your heart and your body. The brain is far more open than we ever imagined. And nature has gone very far to help us perceive and take in the world around us. Nature has given us a brain that survives in a changing world by changing itself. Thank you so much for your practice. I'll see you soon. Oh, you're welcome, Michelle. Hope everyone has a wonderful day. Big hugs to everyone.